Hi there guys, how's it going? This is Matt Tomato right here. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. Welcome back to SimCity 4, where the region is one big city. We are playing here currently, we're dicing backwards and forwards here between Alextown and Alextown Industrial Estate. So we had a big old industry demand, and so we took advantage of that by building a whole load of industries in the industrial estate, and we tweaked a little bit of the railway so that we could get a little bit more coverage for the train stations to come in and around here. So hopefully at some point we might see a little bit of development of some slightly higher wealth properties. I think the easiest way to get into higher wealth is to manipulate the taxes. So let's go down to 7 and 6 respectively. So if we lower the tax rate for these people, then obviously we're going to be okay. We'll go up to 9.5 for the agriculture as well, so that way it's just a little bit of demand. But that should hopefully entice some higher wealth people to move in, because we've lowered the tax rate, so there we go. We're seeing a little bit of development in and around. One thing that is missing is a hospital, but I've saved a space for one over there. So we will build one in that gap over there, over here by the train station. So whilst we're continuing to sort things out here, then let's try not to build too close. So actually, that's completely wrong. Okay. So let's go 2 over then. Yeah. So we'll build a little bit of residential in there because we don't want to go too close to the intersection, and we'll build a little bit in there as well because it's just otherwise, you know, they're not going to be very happy with being so very close. Okay. So I guess we could do this. That's probably going to be fine. And then... no, actually, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Don't want to build too close to the water there. It's going to be fine. We'll leave it like that. Wow, pineapple juice is slowly growing on me. I never used to like it that much, but I really like it now. So yeah, there's a bit of a decline for the higher wealth here, which is kind of interesting. Probably because of the big ass motorway and things like that. It's a new house with a newly developed. Excellent. Okay, let's pop that in. So let's leave a bit of room for a hospital. Let's build that over there, so that way we still have space. And I might actually just build that hospital now. It's going to save a hell of a lot of palaver later on. So yeah, let's build that in there, and that will cover just about the whole city. I'm imagining let's go up to 1,000 to start with, but I'm not sure whether that's going to be enough. Flood of high volume, okay. It is actually enough, but only by a little bit. So let's go 1,500. We're also going to go with a couple of these really good ordinances. So we're going to go, see, free clinic could be quite good. We'll go with the Neighbourhood Watch. We're going to go with the Clean Air Act as well. Yeah, we'll go with the automobile emission reduction. And we could go pro-reading, but no, we'll go with those ones to start with as policies. Giant of governing gifts. Statue, sure. Let's put that over there next to the the police station, rather. Right, we need a jail. Okay. See, I was thinking about lobbing it over here, but that would require building a bridge, and I don't really want to build a bridge over there right now. So just ram it in over here, I suppose. Don't really want it too close to the residential. That was the thing. Yeah, we'll build it over there. Sure. Okay, so we got a jail out here then. Build a little street to get to that. Okay, sure. We'll just ram in a small jail over there. That'll sort us out for God knows how long. So we should be alright with that one. So yeah, this is mostly going to be relatively low wealth then, by the seams of it. We haven't got enough parks and things like that, I'm assuming. So I guess that's probably half the reason for this little bit of a lack of development of higher wealth properties. But it's not the end of the world. Actually, them trees look really good in there. We need to put more of those in. Let's get some trees in and along here. They look really nice. Sort of alongside the motorway and stuff like that. Looks really good. Yeah, we could do that. We could also put a few in here, in between the trains, just to hide some of that a little bit. That could be quite nice. A little bit in there. I don't know, yeah, just plant a few of those. Could be rather cute. Okay, maybe a couple in there as well. Cool, yeah, it actually looks rather nice having them trees alongside it. It just sort of... Yeah, it just makes it look a bit better, because otherwise it's a big gap between the highway and you can clearly see it. And yeah, if you put in a couple of trees, then suddenly it looks rather nice. So, yeah, we'll definitely go with that. That's fine. And then, yeah, I think we'll just continue... So I think I'll start with that instead. I'll do that instead. And then I'll build, yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that as well then. We don't have much commercial over here, that is true. So let's get a spot of commercial going over there. That should be fine. Yeah, cool. And let's get a large park green in there. Maybe some sort of softball field. Maybe not actually. Medium flower garden then. Let's go with a couple of those over there in the middle. That'll be fine. Cool. Okay, so yeah, a little bit more local commercial in that area as well should be rather helpful. Water. We need to make sure that all of this is covered with water. So keep on extending these pipes up this way. I guess I'll run, actually, a pipe along there is probably going to be quite a good idea. Cool. Again, that's slightly too far off, isn't it, for the diagonal movement, the diagonal curve of the river is not quite the same as the 45-degree angle of pipes, which is minimalistically frustrating, we'll be honest. It is actually a bit annoying. But that's the way it is, so there we go. Okay, so let's make sure we got lots of water in and around there. It's probably all the water we're going to need, actually. Shouldn't need any more, but yeah, it's very low wealth around here at the moment. We're not seeing too much demand for medium wealth. But some high wealth buildings starting to come in here. So let's go down to 5.5 here then. Just drop that tax rate a little bit more for the high wealth. And hopefully we might start to see a small demand for some higher wealth properties, which might be quite nice. Okay, there we go. Look, that's much better. We're starting to see some higher wealth properties coming in here. So that is going to be much, much better. Okay, we will line up some more commercial over here. I don't mind building commercial quite close to intersections. I've not got a problem with that. It's residential that I have a problem with doing that with. So yeah, we'll do this. This will get a... actually, we could get a soccer field in there. Let's get 2 soccer fields in there. And make sure to run, obviously, the road around there. Like that. So yeah, we'll get a couple of those. So yeah, if you do boot your ball a little bit too bad, big old clearance from the goal line ends up on the highway. Although that is quite a way, so... that is a fair distance over there. But yeah, we're seeing some higher wealth properties developing around there anyway, so... that's pretty nice because of the soccer fields and the extra things that we got going, so can't complain too much. Might actually make some proper commercial zones over here. Like, I feel like that's quite like an actual proper commercial area. Yeah, I think we will do that. Like, dedicated to low density commercial. We'll build a large plaza in the middle there, and I'll put in 3 of the smaller ones at the back. So it's just a nice plaza area, and hopefully that will entice a little bit of higher wealth. But yeah, the demand for commercial is quite high. We still don't have an airport in the region. That's really bad. We need to build an airport. Yes. Also, a lot of this area is not covered by things like schools and that sort of jazz. So I guess, actually, we might be able to fit... clever. Might be able to fit a few in there. So what do we got? We got police station. Actually, yeah, we can ram in a police station. We'll cover just about the majority. We won't cover the end of that, but we'll still cover most of it. And I'll also get, yeah, so I can ram in a school in there as well. And a fire station. So we can get a couple of city services in there that we can afford. So how are we doing? Not that one, I'm at the school. There we go, so 405, that's fine. And then if we look at the other one, yeah, that's okay. So we could probably bring that down to a little bit less. Doesn't have to be that much less, but also future-proof. Yeah, a little bit of future-proofing is probably a good idea. So let's make sure we do have space for extra students. But otherwise, yeah, just keep that coverage nice and good. Yeah, we're doing okay on the medical front as well. So not too much to complain about there. Right. Again, we'll leave 2 tiles. So we'll leave a bit more this time. Let's go there. Because again, that's going to be another cracking space for a soccer field in there. So we'll put that in. And I'll run a street just along the back there. That'll be okay. And some sort of flower garden, I don't know. Just in the middle there. Just a small flower garden. But the soccer field will have a great impact on the land value. Those soccer fields are good for that sort of thing. The soccer field, the softball field, they're all pretty good. So, yeah, definitely. I don't like calling it soccer. I really hate calling it soccer, but unfortunately, it's football. Right, put those in there. Commercial areas developed quite nicely, actually. We're seeing some big plots coming in here as well. That's rather nice. I'm not going to argue too much about that, but I'm going to argue about building too close to the waterfront there. So, oops. Right, don't want that to bridge. So I just need that, basically. That will do. And we will actually build a softball field this time. Let's put it there. There we go. So if you hit your baseball too hard, it goes in the water and you've lost it forever. Ain't gonna go get that back. Right, so obviously they're scouting for office advantages, but we're not actually looking into offices right now. So, not in this particular city anyway. We're still looking to keep it low density. We don't want too many big commercial buildings as such. What we can do is we can line that up. Filled in very, very fast. City spread means trouble, but I don't care. I suppose you can maybe just build a little bit more over there as well, just to fill that in. Because I'm not bothered about that, because the idea is to build up. I want to fill the space. Cool. Okay, and obviously this is, you know, forest, but I don't know, it's fine. I've no gut problem with that. So this looks just about done then. I think Alextown is finished over here. Let's have a little look at the region view. Of course, yeah, the big motorway running straight through it makes it really, really difficult to get anything significant in terms of high wealth and whatnot. But yeah, it does make it a little bit harder because it's running right through the middle of that area. So it's just not brilliant for that. But yeah, this is looking great. I'm really happy with this. So over to the east over here, I think we're definitely going to have some more farmland because we've got the train track running out here. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll build some mountainous terrain in this corner. That could be quite nice. Yeah, I think it will be, actually. There's no roads coming down here, are there? Which is fine. I don't want any roads going off there. Yeah, no, I don't want any roads coming off there. So that's fine. So we can leave that as is, and we can probably build some mountainous terrain on that side. But we're going to start by building... First off, though, we're going to build some more industries. So we'll go about there, I suppose. And I will just make sure that obviously we get a bit of development at the back there as well. So I'll build that in. So I'll build a few more industries first. The city is actually profitable. I'm really surprised. It's just so much crap. Lack of public water. Well, we're not going to supply the place with water, so it is just an industry area. So you can do, if you're looking for manufacturing and stuff like that, you can most definitely do that. There's a big demand for high tech. But we haven't actually got any high schools. We haven't even built a college anywhere yet. We've built a university, but we haven't built a college. So cool. Okay, so The demand wasn't quite as high as I thought it was, but it was still there, so got to take advantage of it where possible. So yeah, I think what I want to do then is I want to come down this way. This is going to be another area of farms, but then this is going to be hilly as hell, I think. So we could build a few farms here. I was thinking of maybe going with a mountain, like a really big mountainous terrain here. So yeah, maybe we could go some farms around the bottom of a big mountain that sits in the middle here. In which case we will want a couple of roads to come over here. No train tracks, but I think we'll want a couple of roads. So, because we've got this one here, we might as well kind of run that across there, won't we? We don't need any more. So yeah, if we do that. Yeah. That'll be fine. So yeah, we'll come over here. And we'll make this into, so we've got a little road down here. We're going to make this into a really mountainous terrain here. So we're going to go big. So yeah, this is going to be really high here. Actually, that maybe not quite that high. Didn't mean to create the water though. Whoops. Definitely didn't mean to do that. So no, we don't want that. Yeah, like this. And we'll get a big old peak at the back here. So that's really, really tall. A couple more there. We will shove in some trees around the bottom. Something like that. That'll be okay. It's quite something actually. Yeah. Okay. Right at the bottom of the map. Okay. And we will call this. Oh, wow. What are we going to call this? Let's go Mount. Mount Tomato. There we go. Mount Tomato. Excellent. That will do nicely. And so then we're just going to grab this road down here, and we're basically going to run it along the foot of the hills, really. We'll run it round the back over this way. Along there. And because we're going to build farmland in the northern section, aren't we? There's going to be a lot of farm up there, so we might as well just connect that up over there. And then I'll do another diagonal road there that connects on that side. That's pretty fine. Okay. We'll build... Can I fit? I was going to say, it would be quite cool if I could fit a natural gas power plant in there. But I might as well just build that into the side of the mountain. I'm going to go with farmland. Like this. I will build a gap, obviously there, so that we can fit another street in. He really annoys me with these pop-ups. Okay. Make sure that that's relatively the same. So yeah, if we do create something like that. Whoops. Fill in that gap. Zoning on diagonals is really, really annoying. It really is. But yeah, let's carry on there, and we can do a little bit more on that side. Doesn't have to be much though. Right, and let's grab the street and connect that up there. That's fine. And then I'll run just a couple of small streets. Not going to go all the way because otherwise it looks weird when you connect up to the other city. So we will D-zone a little bit of this in and around here. Because I think that's going to look a bit silly. And if anything, I might D-zone half of this as well. In fact, I will D-zone this side. I'll keep that little bit there, but that bit there can be D-zoned. There we go. That seems fine. Speed ahead. Is that one ever going to get built? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. Sure. There we go. Save and exit to region. It's going to look really odd. Whoa! Yeah, it does. Jesus Christ, that looks odd. Okay, and then down here we could just create some really hilly, mountainous terrain. So reconcile. Woo. So again, let's go mountain. So yeah, raise it up in there so it doesn't look that odd. Might even raise up over there as well. Yeah, that'll do. And then any trees we can get in, we'll fit them in. Obviously, we'll check the alignment to make sure that it fits with what we've just built adjacent here, which I'm not sure it does. Really, no. Needs a bit better down in this corner. Yeah, see, that's really annoying that I can't have that gap in there that drops. It's really frustrating I can't sort that out. Because it'll forever look stupid, which it does. Right, so if I reconcile again, like that. Bit more of a peak in the middle there. How about now? So now that I've reconciled that back to the level, it still looks really odd. There's not a lot I can really do about it though. Because that is just how I've designed it. It's the disasters one, isn't it? So it could do cost a bit of money, but it might be worth just fixing this. That might be better. Because it was too much of a drop going down, which created an issue with reconciling with the other one. So now if I reconcile here, it's a bit better. But then if we lower it down there a bit, then peak it in the middle like that, that might be a little bit better. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a bit better actually. We can see what's going on as well is the other thing. We can actually see a bit more of what's going on. It's because I built it right in the bottom corner. It would have probably been better to build big mountains in the top corner instead. But now that we can see what's going on, that's probably going to look a lot better. So yeah, if we cover this whole thing in some trees, it'll probably hide a little bit of the some of the informities here. Yeah, just a bit of mountainous terrain. We'll do a little bit of hilly terrain over here as well. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, we can see a bit more of what's going on now because it was all hide in this bottom corner. That seems fine. Okay, so we've got a few hills over here. We've got some mountains in this corner. Just some generic hills, and obviously this is all flat land at the moment, which is, you know, it's not that realistic when you think about it. It's never this flat, but, you know, it's for building purposes, it's kind of nice. And from a regional point of view, like, because it's supposed to be one big city, but then no city's ever on the total flatness like that. But, so yeah, I think what we'll do then is in the next episode, we'll either fix up this river here and start building here, or I might go into this tile here and actually start building some proper big dense buildings and work on the city centre a bit. But what I was actually looking to do really, because I do want to connect up this elevated rail, but I'd like to build this one here because we've got the motorway. We can carry on the motorway and get this connected. But also, we can finish up the river and we can continue building some denser buildings along here as well. And then obviously, because we've got, you know, a bit more of a city area in this area, we can keep this river going, keep the motorway going, and also carry on the elevated rail to then maybe, I don't know, it's probably going to come in here and then stop here because we'll have our big hub, railway hub in this little corner over here. So it might mean that we do something a bit different with this river. we might decide to send that through the middle here instead, which looks a bit weird because we've already got this one down here, and it would make a bit more sense maybe to curve it off this way. So we might make the railway hub a little bit further north over there then. We'll have the elevated rail come through here. And we'll have a big ass area of dense buildings in this area if we can. And we'll have to try and manage that. So this might be the big city area over here. And then we'll have medium density transitioning into high density here, and then this one over here. So we'll have these 3 tiles here. It is not quite middle of the map, but it's not supposed to be. But we'll have these 3 tiles here as probably the major city centre area with lots of big towers if we can. And I think once we've got that going, we can then sort of spew out in different directions with the railway over this way as we're planning. And then we could probably maybe start moving up this way, move some railways and stuff over there. And I don't know, maybe some ocean at the top. I don't know, I'm not really decided. I would like to create some sort of sea, because then we can get the seaports and things like that. But also, we've got mountains and hills and rivers, so it would make sense to have an actual ocean. So it might be, I don't know, I'm not sure where yet, but it could even be over here, because you've got a lot of small tiles over here. So it might end up being in this area. I'm not really sure. So, obviously keep your request cities coming in. Again, sorry if I've delayed on a couple of them. And if you're still waiting for your request city, fear not, it shall be done. But yeah, okay, so that's it for now. So cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matt the Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series. And join me next time for more SimCity 4 and our playthrough here, where the region is one big city. See you later.